Hey, it's Jen, Bitch in a Hurry, Not So Mystical Tarot. This is a reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising sign of Scorpio for November 15th through the 30th, 2018. You can find me on Instagram at Bitch in a Hurry or at bitchinahurry.com, where we've been having the Halloween sale, which has been a trip. I had 31% off all of the readings for the Saturday before Halloween through the Saturday after Halloween. And so far, it's been going really well, so thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. If there's another kind of promotion or sale that you want me to do, I will be more than happy to do it. I only offered a couple kind of readings for this because I thought it would keep it simple, but if there's some other kind of reading that you want, please let me know, and I will tell you if it's something that I can or cannot do. So anyways, thank you for everybody that purchased a reading. I really appreciate it. If that's not something you can do right now, I do have a one-time, one-question, one-card answer. You can email me at notsomysticaltarot@gmail.com, and I will answer you. I love to get to know everybody, so while I'm able to, I really am having fun doing that. So feel free to send me an email. Now, you guys, we had on October 24th a full moon in Taurus, and it was time to kind of break free of all of the ruts that we were in, burdensome times, all just stuff where we were just, work, sleep, eat, work, sleep, eat, you go to work, you go home and come to bed, you eat breakfast, you go back to work, you go home, go to bed. We were just in that, a lot of people were in that rut, really feeling that, and because of the conjunction with Uranus, you were given an opportunity to kind of break free. Your cards are coming out in twos, and I do not know why, but they keep coming out in twos. Okay, anyway, you were given an opportunity to really break free, so I hope that you took full advantage of that. Now, this video will be out before the November 7th new moon in Scorpio for you Scorpio people. I'm a Scorpio rising, so I'm an Aquarius with a Scorpio rising. I know, it's a weird combination, but anyway, those videos are out for the November 7th new moon in Scorpio, like the time surrounding that. Those videos are already out, so if you haven't seen that video yet, find your sign, sun, moon, or rising, or watch them all, and you can tie that in with this reading as well. So the new moon in Scorpio on November 7th is all about transformation, and the theme of it is kind of like transformation through forgiveness. This could be forgiving yourself, forgiving other people, for maybe a way that you feel like maybe they have wronged you. Maybe you want to forgive yourself, or maybe some decisions that you've made that you feel you could have made differently, or you could have done differently, whatever. But it's a time that this forgiveness that you find deep inside is very transformative. It gives you like a clean break. It's, a fresh start. So if you didn't take full advantage of that full moon in Taurus to clean the closet out, now is the time to get at it. Now is the time. Like I said, this video will probably be out before November 7th. So if you haven't seen the November 7th new moon in Scorpio video for your sign, go and watch it. Sun, moon, or rising, depending on what you identify with most or what resonates most with you. Some people, their moon or rising sign resonates more with them than their actual sun sign. It's very common. So I think we are going to let these rest. We have a bunch of stuff going on here. Let's just get right to it. We start out here with the Two of Pentacles, which means it looks like you've been through a little bit of something here, and you're starting to restore the balance in your life. And I think this is very important to you right now. You restoring the balance in your life is very important to you. And I know that you're kind of just getting started doing this. Like, it seems like it's been maybe a rough week, couple weeks or month previous to this. And so you're kind of getting started, sort of picking up the pieces, and maybe life looks a little bit different than it did before, but you're getting yourself in order and you're getting yourself organized. And just because you're at the beginning stage doesn't mean that it's never going to happen. So I want to encourage you there. I definitely think you've been through something, though, because you have this Ace of Cups that's emerging, and that is a time for you to maybe open your heart and to a new relationship, a new friend. Doesn't have to be romantic, but it can just be like maybe you had a friend that really hurt you and you were like, yeah, I'm out of here, or whatever, but you let yourself get involved maybe too emotionally, even at work, and now you've kind of closed yourself off. This is a time that you can open yourself up a little bit. I want you to be careful. Don't splay yourself out for the world to just take advantage of you, but there may be something in your life that it's worth it. Maybe there's something you can volunteer for. Like maybe you want to go walk shelter dogs, or hold babies at the hospital, you know, when their moms aren't able to be there, you know, the little tiny preemie babies, and people come and hold them. Maybe there's something like that. You could open your heart and your emotions to something like that safely. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a romantic interest right now. I actually really hear when I see this card today, all I keep hearing is volunteering. So I think there's a volunteer opportunity, and maybe that will really help you with this whole restoration of balance that you're working on here. And I'm excited for this, because this means that you've gotten through something else and now you're kind of starting something new, and that's all right. And that balance will be fully restored, but you're on your way. You're doing okay. You're holding it together. And that's more than we can say for, you know, a lot of people, right? You're holding it together. I do want you to avoid needless conflict. This is the Seven of Wands, and it's a needless conflict card. It's like a tug of war that no one wins. It just goes on and on and on and on and on, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, you know, nobody's winning, nobody's losing, nobody's going forward or back. It's just this conflict. And so maybe there's something in your life, maybe that's why you have kind of pulled back a little bit, and you maybe are unsure about doing something different emotionally with your life because of this conflict. I think this conflict in your life needs to leave. That's what I'm hearing, is that there's something in your life that's a conflict like this, and it's distracting for you. And it's like nagging, like it's just always over here, like It could be a group of friends that don't really get you anywhere. Maybe it's like a group of friends. Every time you quit drinking or whatever, and every time you go out with them, you end up drinking again. Or smoking, maybe you quit smoking, you go out with them, you end up smoking again. Whatever it is, there's something that's kind of dragging you down, and it's like a conflict that doesn't get anywhere. It's not really worth anything. It's not important. Maybe you need to resolve that so that you can open up your heart to do something different, whether that is maybe a new group of friends, or like I said, I think it's volunteer work though. I keep hearing volunteer. Go volunteer for something. You may not have to go. It may come right to you. Don't get over involved, because you remember, you are reestablishing an order and balance in your life, so don't get over involved, but maybe you volunteer on the edge. You know, just stay on the outside of it a little bit. Next card we have here is Temperance, which is wonderful, because that's like the great goddess to this like little Two of Pentacles. You know, this is a beginning of balance, and this is a restoration of balance in your life. This is a good feeling. Like this is like the yin and the yang. Everything is restored. Balance is restored in the kingdom. So just know that if you feel a little unsteady right now, and like you're just kind of getting everything back in order, this is coming for you. And it may not happen like overnight, but it's coming because you're doing all of the right things. We see here the Queen of Wands. You've taken a lot of action. You're enjoying. Look at her. She's like playing this harp that she's made out of a tree, and you know, there's like little foxes and stuff watching her. She's just doing her own thing. And I think that is what we see that's really important here. Do your own thing. That's all I hear with that card right now with this, is to do your own thing. Like you're almost redesigning. This to me looks like you're kind of redesigning your whole life. And you're really making some choices about what's important to you. And this card says to me, do your own thing. Do your own thing and feel really good about it. You'll be able to do your own thing when you get rid of this wasted conflict. This could be family conflict too. It could be like, you know how you have like those couple family members that call everybody else in the family up and cause drama? That's these people. So you might have some family drama going on, or workplace drama, but whatever it is, it's like a huge time waster. It's not doing anything for you. So get rid of that. Get rid of that so that you can be here, fully restored, and the order and balance are restored. Get rid of the conflict so you can do that. Now, I see here the Six of Pentacles. You are working really hard, and that's also a nice progression here from the two, right? You're working really hard. I mean, you see all these pentacles you're producing, you're doing all this stuff, and you're not seeing it, but because he's like looking over here, but if you look down here, something is growing. So just because you don't see immediate results, especially when you're working on this, when you're working on restoring that balance and order, just because you don't see immediate results, don't think nothing's happening, because look, something down here is growing. There's a little teeny bit of hope there. So know that all the hard work and all of the effort and all of the things you're doing are going to pay off. Here we have the Two of Wands. You are having a little bit of success. It's kind of like you're restarting a lot of different things in your life. But this is like some small successes that you're having. Take some time and kind of take that in and enjoy it. I wouldn't like lord it over anyone, but it's okay to be like, hey, I accomplished this. I feel really good about it. Take some time and enjoy that. And this is also a card of looking into the future. Like, okay, I've gotten past this, this, and this. Now, what do I want next? Like, what do I want to do? And it's kind of the same thing like her. She's doing exactly what she wants. What do I want? Really start to think about that. Like I said, you get your life back in balance and order, and now it's time to think about what you want. I definitely see that for you guys this month, there is a lot of static. Whether it's family members or whatever, because now you have the Five of Wands as well, which is like confusion. It's just absolute chaos and confusion, and that is why it's so important for you to take every ounce of energy you have and work on the balance here, going from here to here, working on from the establishing of balance to like the winning and mastery of balance. And that's all I can say is that there's a lot of outside sources happening here. You have this constant conflict and irritation that's going on, and you have this chaos that's happening as well. You have to find a way to mitigate both of these, because these will hold you back. So, every reading this month is like got something super deep happening. I hope when we hit December, we're like, la, la, la. Anyway, this is just what the cards say, but there's some conflict happening that's not really doing anything good for anyone, and there's chaos and confusion, and you can see that in both of these cards. Chaos and confusion and conflict, and none of it is good. None of it is good. See it for what it is. I mean, look at him. He's back here kind of looking up and observing. Take a little bit of a cue from him and step back. He's away from everybody here. Step back from this kind of stuff. That's what I'm seeing is when you see this kind of conflict and this kind of chaos and nonsense, just take like 10 steps back and just look at it from far away and go, yeah, I'm not going over there. That is a huge theme here. The other thing that I'm seeing now is with the Strength card. Quiet, strong, but quiet. So you don't need to like get up in these situations, like up in somebody's face and scream, get away from me, and this is why. You're wasting my time. This conflict is annoying. This is just chaos and noise, and I don't need this in my life. You don't owe anyone an explanation. So I'm going to do this thing, like I want you to use that quiet strength that you have and just kind of be better. Use your strength here to not go out like Jerry Springer on these people and scream and yell and name call or whatever. They may be acting totally asinine, but you know what? You don't need to get involved with it. So just back away. I want you to seriously just back up and turn around and walk away. Make up any excuse in the world. They say Jackie Kennedy used to say, "Oh goodness, could you excuse me?" And she would never come back. For people that drove her nuts, she just would go, "Could you excuse me?" And she just would turn right around and leave, and she would just never return. Do that. Use your strength, dignity. Use your quiet strength and your dignity. And keep that forefront in your mind, because it's very easy to get dragged into this chaos and confusion, especially like at work. You have people that are always in a fluster, and their fires become your problem. Your lack of planning is not my emergency. I see that with this, and then I see it with this conflict too. People like to bring other people into their nonsense. That's what I see, is that, and all of that will keep you from reestablishing the balance and order in your life. So I want you at all costs to back up away, use your quiet strength and dignity, back away, don't be part of any of this. I mean, you look at her, how fancy and fabulous she is. She would not be in the middle of any of this nonsense. So don't you get in the middle of it either. I definitely see that. And I still see this volunteer work. Go and volunteer. Find something to do. You don't have to make a commitment to do it for the next 10 years. Go on a Sunday and, see if you can serve at a soup kitchen or homeless shelter or collect food, or just find something to do that's for somebody else. I think it will really improve your mood. I think it will make you feel great, and it will keep you away from all the static and noise. I can't tell you enough times to stay away from all of that. Well, all right, you stay away from all of that, and it looks like here you get some opportunity, and that is in your home life, financial life, practical work life, whatever it is. This is your practical everyday life, and I think you get some opportunities when you don't allow all of this nonsense in. So again, really serious stuff going on. I can't say enough to stay away from the static, work on reestablishing balance, find something to volunteer for, do your own thing, and look for this opportunity because I can't wait to hear what it is. I'll talk to you.